So we got the pieces bent for the fuel tank. We got our Swiss cheese baffles, and we might have to trim those down a little bit. I did them at 24, so I should have did them a little bit less wide. But we'll see what happens. It might be fine because of how I have this. This is for the upper part that overhangs over the top, and then we have actual tank, as you can see. It's almost like a saddle tank, but that is how this is going to be in the back of that truck. All right, so the 3 bent pieces are on. We use some cutting wheels to space out the gap on the bottom. So as you can see, that helps create a nice fillet weld there. So we got this all tacked. I'm gonna wait to tack this. I wanna make sure everything is good, but everything fit up really nice. We did put the radiuses in each corner, but now we got to figure out the baffles, where they're gonna go. So we got the top on and I tacked it in place. We got to finish welding this part, that part, the bottom seam, and then all the way around. I just want to do a seam of weld in the inside just as an extra precaution, because this is a fuel tank, so I don't want to have a chance of any leaks. So I'd rather overkill it on the inside and the outside as well. This is the old Tractor Supply fuel tank that came out of the old truck. We have the old fuel pump. We're going to use that in a new one. So now that we have that, we have the reel, we can go over to the fuel tank, which I just finished welding up the backside. And then the inside, the only thing that's left is weld the seam all the way around, weld the baffles in, and then that'll be good. You can see it penetrated really well, not really weld, but penetrated really well. And we're just doing another weld around the seam to completely seal it pretty much. All right, just finished welding everything up on this. This is completely welded. We got the 2-inch bung in, as well as the filler neck, still hot, obviously. Had to sort of make a little ground tab, so I just took some stock and tacked it on, and that's how it is. Now we just have to clean everything up, and we will pressure test this in the morning and make sure that this can hold what it needs to. And then obviously we'll go around it with some soapy water. All of the welds will get checked, and hopefully it passes with flying colors. Alright guys, it has been 10 minutes. PSI is still at about 2. It is leaking out of that, which I already knew, as well as this. We went around most of this and really checked. We're going to double check, which I did notice there is a spot that is leaking, which is right here. And it's just a connector point. So this is what it'll do when it's leaking. And the way to fix that is pretty much just weld it and then recheck it. So I'm gonna actually lift the forklift up and go underneath and really like check if there's anything else that's around that I'm gonna need to weld, and then I'll mark it, weld it, and redo the test and find out if anything else is leaking on this. So that is essentially what you have to do when you're doing leak tests. That's why there is some bulbous welds here and there on some tanks. So yeah. All right, so we re-welded the edges on the inside corners. We still have 2 psi in there, a little under. It's leaking from here. This is fine. And we re-welded this side as well. These were the only leaks. There was a few on this side and a few on the other side. But yeah. So guys, as you can see, we got the mount all welded up, and obviously we still have to make a piece to hold the fuel gun or the fuel nozzle, and that's not really a big deal. We'll make that so that it bolts on. And then we got all of the feet on, as well as some spacers just to get it off of the ground, or off of the diamond plate as well. So all right guys, so obviously the fuel tank is done. Right now it is primed, and then the backside, underneath, and the sides are all Raptor lined, and we got our mount for the hose reel, and then we're going to mount it front and back. As you can see, the plates are there, so it actually sits off of the floor of the truck. And then we're gonna have the compressor right here, which we have to make a subframe mount that goes up through here and on top. So this is gonna have to sit in there, and we're pretty much gonna have to figure out where everything is gonna go. So once we can do that, then we can build that. We are still waiting on the air compressor because the mounts are different to each air compressor. So once we know, then we can actually do the top part. But I am going to do the majority of it tomorrow in the morning, and then get the first shelves on here. So you can see we split everything up. These will go on here. They got to get trimmed out so that the tank sits over. We have to do everything that's involved with the tank, the compressor, the reel, before we build the rest of the body. So that is mainly why this has been sort of sitting stagnant for a little bit. There's just a lot of little things that we want to make sure before we just get it done, because once it's enclosed, that's it. It's not coming back out. So with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video for the enclosure build.